All right, I'm done with work today. It's time to head home. We need to do some electricity work or electrical work. So let's see how it goes. So out of this, I got a switch, plug, receptacle, some blank covers. Most of these metal ones, I got 5 of them, I think, in total. A couple of these and 3 of these. I don't like metal ones anymore, but I might use them for things like a shed or a barn or something like that. And then this is somewhat broken here, but in the past I've used a couple of screws to hold it into a piece of wood on one side or the other, and then use this to keep it together, and still a good box. So none of these are very expensive, but I try to save money if I can. And just from this part, lots of plastic, of course, and I usually do clean my wire before I take it. So I'll strip it and then I'll take it so I can get the best price possible. But got this wire, and then also the other day I got another blank and another one with this little wings, and this is a good one. It's a little bit bent, but that's nothing big. We can reuse that. But I also don't like the off-white plugs. I like them to be very white. They look cleaner to me. But today I turned off all the power to this side of the house, and might not be able to see very much, but here's a couple of wires that I cut and I pushed through. These I kind of pushed through. These 3 I kind of pushed through. This one that is hanging goes to that old vent, and it has been disconnected It was taking power from somewhere down there at some point, and then these I'm just gonna pull out of the top. They all connect together. And then the goofy thing about this place is, so they have the dishwasher is on a different breaker, which I understand that. This plug, which the switch controls that light, and I'm pretty sure this one, oh nope, this is on a different breaker, yet another breaker. It's on, this one is on the second breaker, this one apparently is on the third breaker, so I need to figure out which one that is. Then this plug is on another breaker. All of these wires were on one breaker, and then this light is on another breaker. So there's like, what, 5 breakers, I think? That's way too many. Eventually, when we moved into this house, this was all kitchen, and the supporting wall was a little bit over, about a foot over from where that is now. But it was not constructed properly because you can see the old supporting wall was right there, and then I put it right here, and if you go below the house, this is where the steel pillars are. They are supporting the house, and if you go to the back, you will see that's actually where the other end of the supporting wall is. So they did a couple of goofy things. First of all, they put it over about a foot, so now it has curved down, like from here to here. There's at least about an inch worth of a drop, and it's falling, of course, right where that supporting wall is. So I put a 4x4 in the middle, as you can see, and I put 2 2x12s because the span is 12 feet and I think 4 inches maybe. And so I haven't finished all the way to the back here, but it is supported currently somewhat temporarily there, and I haven't screwed it up at the top yet, but it is keeping all the weight. I tried to move it, I couldn't move it at all. And then I talked to a contractor friend of mine, and he was saying that because the way they joined them were right here, and the center is supposed to be right there, and I was worried that because there was a gap there, the ceiling might start going down, or the support is supposed to go down. But there are no like vertical beams holding the roof at all. This is a very low roof, and it just goes like a triangle up there and along there. So I went and got several bolts to join them together. The ones in the back are the long ones, and then in the middle is just a smaller piece, like a foot and a half or 2 feet. And I put bolts of all together, and he has been doing a very good job. All right, so I've passed them all through the box. I put a brand new box right there, and I do have the cap also that I'm gonna put after I'm done. But I was looking to see in my panel where I could actually put a new line, because it was really packed, and it didn't make sense to me because it didn't seem like such a complicated wiring, but there were just way too many wires in there. So I looked around, and lo and behold, I have 1, 2, 3 wires, and out of those 3, all 3 of those, or 2 of those, I think, 3 of those, something like that, were going to the kitchen / dining room. Well, I don't know if you saw that earlier, but it was kind of a mess here, and it didn't have any space, but now it looks a lot cleaner. And the reason it looks cleaner is because this wire, and then these 5 wires, and then a 6th one back there, were all connected to absolutely nothing. They were cut and taped together and left inside the box, so I could not move anything. And then this right side, you couldn't see a wire at all. It was just a big mess. But now finally, after about maybe a couple of hours worth of yanking and pulling and looking and freaking out, I ended up figuring it out and pulling all of the wiring out that does not need to be there. Finish up this.